you guys for watching. I was watching my last video and I feel like I was using my customer service voice, so I'm gonna try like my absolute best to use like my normal voice because it just sounded way more high pitched than it should be, and my voice already sounds a lot more high pitched in videos than it really should be in the first place. So today I'm going to do a Sephora haul for you guys, and this is actually from their Sephora. I think it was like their members appreciation thing that they had going on, I think like a month back. And that's when they actually started changing kind of like their membership point system and reward system. So with Sephora, if you guys didn't know, you have an insider tier, a VIB tier, and a rouge tier. Am I saying that right? Rouge? I don't know. And with a VIB tier, you got 15% off during the sale. Insider, you got 10% off. And then with Rouge, you got 20% off. So I'm going to be completely honest. I am a Sephora VIB member, not Rouge, mainly because I mainly shop at Ulta. I am an Ulta girl, first and foremost, mainly because I just like their point system a little bit better. It's just, in all honesty, it's just way better than Sephora's point system. That's just my personal opinion. Not only that, but Sephora mainly only carries high-end and luxury brand items. And so for me personally, I mainly just buy things at Sephora that I think that I can't find at Ulta. Um, that's just me. That's just how I work. I will say during the sale though, they did change the point system just a teeny tiny bit. So for VIB members, you get 1.25, I believe, points faster than if you were a regular insider, and then Rouge you get 1.5 points faster than if you were VIB or insider. Another thing is that as a VIB and a Rouge member now, you can actually use your points to get full-size items, which I believe you couldn't do that before, and I think that there were actually other things as well, but those ones were the ones that stood out the most to me. So, I'm going to stop rambling. Another thing I want to point out, and I apologize, is my makeup looks a little whack today because I actually wasn't planning on filming, but I figured I should get this video out as soon as possible just because this sale was so, like, it was at least a month ago, and I finally got all my stuff, or I got it all already, and I had it unpacked. I just hadn't had a chance to sit down and do a video for you guys. So, let's just stop with the rambling. I'll get on with it. This also has I know I keep saying I'm going to stop rambling, but this also has like an item here that I bought outside of the sale, but I just wanted to add it in just because it is a Sephora haul, why not? So first thing is just the thing that I bought. So I bought the travel size Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleaner. I bought this because I remember, I think the person who I watched was using this as a makeup brush cleaner was Shanexo. I hope I'm saying her name wrong, I'm sorry. She was talking about how this is such a good, like, on-the-spot makeup cleaner, and I really will say that it does work. I use this I use this for all my brushes. I just put it in a little spritzer and spritz my brushes and wipe them down on a washcloth. Um, I will say this is really hard to clean big brushes with. I would use this more for like my eyeshadow brushes, if anything. Um, but it is a really good makeup brush cleaner if you guys are looking for something on the spot and will be like a really quick treatment. If you guys are as lazy as this one here, it's a really good on the spot makeup brush cleaner so that you don't have to wash your brushes as often as like you probably need to. But honestly, do as I say, not as I do. Clean your brushes often because I am so lazy about it. I literally will go months without cleaning my brushes. So this is a really good at least on the spot daily brush cleaner if you guys need it. And this is number 2 for me, by the way. This is the travel size. I really need to buy the big size because I am already actually more than halfway done with this. So I really need to get the bigger one because I'm almost done with this. So on to what I got during the sale. I mostly got things that were definitely not new by any means. I just got things that I typically would not like I did not feel like I would pay full amounts for these, so I waited until sales to come around to buy them. If you guys buy things at Sephora, you guys will know that Sephora very rarely has sales. I mostly buy things when they have their weekly wows, if they have beauty insider stuff, during their VIB sales, which I think they only have 2 a year, but this was not a VIB sale, by the way. Everything that I bought today was not part of the VIB sale. Like I said, it was part of their Insider Appreciation event that I think that they're going to start, I'm hoping cross my fingers, hoping that they're gonna start doing yearly, because that was a really good like way to add in another sale without it being like, where did this come from? But yeah, these are things that I mainly bought because I would never pay. I'm gonna be completely honest. I would never pay full price for these. But I did want them. They were on my list. I just never got around to it, or because I just thought that they were too expensive to want to pay for it, you know. So first thing I got, and this was a collection that was before um, summer, so this was like all the way in spring collection, but this was the Smashbox and Vlada collection. If you guys watched my previous video, you guys would know that I wasn't even aware that Smashbox was not cruelty free. I updated it in my description box if you guys saw. Alright, so it wasn't until after I had already recorded this video and had it edited that I did some more research, and I actually came to the conclusion that Smashbox is actually considered cruelty free. They are Leaping Bunny certified, and they do claim to be cruelty free, so I am actually just going to take their word for it. I think originally I had actually just looked at a really old article that was a little wishy-washy about whether or not they were going to continue their cruelty free status, but so far I have determined they are cruelty free, and I will be actually keeping this lipstick because it is so freaking pretty. But anyways, on to the video. That's the color right there, because I actually have one more haul. I finally got all my stuff from the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, so I'm going to do that as one collective haul for the next video. Hopefully. Let's make sure that I actually sit down and do that, and that it won't be too far off. But let's just move on. Alright, I'm just going to keep going with the smaller stuff and then to the bigger stuff, because that just, for me, that just makes the most sense. Also because the smaller stuff are easier to grab. Okay, so the second thing that I bought was the Rainforest of the Sea Twinkle Stick. This is what this guy looks like. I'm also a lot happier too because hopefully this video will be a lot shorter than the one that I had before, because that was 3 months worth of unboxings. This one's just one little unboxing, so hopefully this will be a lot smaller. But this, like I said, this is a Rainforest of the Sea, from Tarte, Rainforest of the Sea Twinkle Stick. And this is in the shade Skylight. This one is the more pearlescent one. I just felt like the other one just wasn't my speed. I feel like I just felt like I would use this one more. The other one just looked a tad darker than I would normally wear, and so I just think that this one's the one that I would wear the most, if anything. There we go. This one's definitely a little more pearlescent. Here is a swatch of that guy. It's very pearlescent. I don't know how well this is actually gonna look on my skin tone. We'll have to see. Just because with for me, a lot of pearlescent highlights can either look really like it will emphasize my textures, or I can work them really well that like it just looks like a nice glittery sheen on my face, and the textures are just like parts of those glitters. Hopefully, hopefully, we're just gonna hope for the best here. All right, let's see what else I have. This, I believe, was also part of the Spring collection. This is the BECCA Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in Dreamsicle. I am kind of nervous about this guy because I actually do have, so I have Champagne Pop, Prosecco Pop, Vanilla Quartz, and I believe one of the ones that had a shift in it. So I think I have Champagne Pop Flashes Bellini. So I actually really do like these. They're not my favorite, I will say. BECCA highlighters aren't completely my favorite. There's just something about the formula that just doesn't work with my skin very well. But I do still wear them. I do still like them. They're just not my favorite. And this guy is so beautiful. However, it's so orange. And I don't know how well this is going to look on my skin tone. Let's give a little swatchy swatch. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, so it's not too bad. I do have a apricot highlighter from e.l.f. and it honestly kind of looks like this color, only more orangier. But that one actually does look really good on my skin tone. I've seen it, and that one's right, I don't know if you guys can see that. That one's right over here. It's next to that Tarte one right there. And it actually doesn't look bad. So I'm kind of excited for that. We'll see. We'll see. Alright. What should I do next? Yeah, this guy's not that big of a haul. I bought quite a bit. I bought more than I would normally buy on a regular Sephora, like, order. I would normally only buy like 1 or 2 things, mainly because, like I said, Sephora is pretty pricey because it's more high end to luxury items. So I very rarely buy multiple things from Sephora. If anything, I buy multiple things from Ulta mainly because they have a high end and a drugstore side, and I tend to buy more drugstore just because it's more affordable for me, and it's a more affordable option. So as much as don't get me wrong, I do have quite a bit of high end makeup. It's just for me personally, it's just easier to buy drugstore than high end because of the affordability. Okay, the next thing I have is this Too Faced White Peach palette. I am going to be completely honest, I'm kind of super skeptical about this palette, and the thing about it was when it came out, I actually was really excited because I actually really did like the shades that that it arranged with. But from what I've seen from a lot of beauty influencers, because they did, I mostly saw this palette on like Sephora's lowest rated products or Ulta's. No, this is only a Sephora exclusive. So I've only ever seen this on like Sephora's lowest rated product videos from other beauty influencers, and that makes me so nervous because I was actually super excited when this palette first came out. I have the Too Faced Just Peachy Matte palette. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I've only ever swatched that palette. I've never actually touched put it on my eyes. So maybe I'll do that as a video for you guys. But I was actually really, really excited for this palette. This is what it looks like. If you guys have never seen it, I kind of doubt you guys haven't, but this is what it looks like if you guys haven't seen it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do something different with my lighting because last time it was too yellow. So hopefully this lighting is better. Let me know if you guys prefer the more yellow, if you guys prefer the more like whitewashed, because I'm trying to do a different setup with it if it helps. So let me know in the comments below which one you guys prefer because I can do either of them. I'm trying to use my vanity mirror as a lighting situation for me, but I don't know how it's working out. But if you guys have never seen it, this is what it looks like, and I love the colors in this. I think the color that stood out to me the most was Glistening Peach, which is this one right here. I don't think you can see how properly, like how gorgeous this color is. I'm sorry, you guys can literally see how messy my apartment, like my room is. I am so sorry about that. But honestly, I'm gonna test this palette out. I honestly, sometimes I will watch, and this is a disclaimer, and I do this. I like watch beauty influencers videos all the time, and this is also a disclaimer I'm gonna put out with my video. Everybody has their own preferences, everybody has their own judgments. All I'm going to say is just use your best judgment because you never know. Something that might not work out for somebody else will work out for you, or something that doesn't work out for you might work for somebody else. So, like I said, use your best judgment. There's only so much that somebody can make, and ends up being happy for everybody. So, use your best judgment because I'm actually really excited for this, even though a lot of people gave it really bad reviews. But who knows? Something that works for me might not work for you. Something that works for you might not work for me. So, enough said. So, another thing that I have, and this is something that I've actually been really, really excited to try using. This is Fenty Beauty. I don't actually have a lot of products from Fenty Beauty. I think I only have two, and that's actually sample sizes. It's her match sticks. I got it as one of those little sample sizes from Sephora counter checkout counter cues, or like their impulse buys. And I've actually been really wanting to try these because my friends have been raving about them, and I really want to try them. Except, I'm gonna be honest, the pricing was always just something that always got to me, and I don't know why I say that because I have a couple of these BECCA highlighters, and these are $38 a piece. So these are, I think this one right here, which was part of her new collection that launched just at the beginning of the summer, was $36 a piece, and you got two colors. So I guess technically speaking, this was the better end of the deal. So I don't know why pricing got to me because technically speaking, I'm not breaking the bank with this, considering with all things considered. I think I haven't even opened this yet, if I remember correctly. I think I did open it. Yeah, I did. But I haven't swatched it. So I got the Mint Mojito and the Sandcastle one just because out of all the three that I saw, this one was the one that appealed to me the most. I think I'm actually gonna pick up maybe a couple more depending on when I decide to do that. Like I said, I don't really shop from Sephora very often. I shop mostly at Ulta. But this one is so pretty. Even though I don't love blues, I will love this, honestly. And I actually do like blue highlighters. I just don't like blue eyeshadows on my eyes. It just looks funny on me for some reason. But who knows? I might like it, I might not. But let's swatch these guys because I'm so excited to swatch these. Okay. These ones right here. So I have the Mint Mojito right here, and then this one right here is Sandcastle. So pretty. I am so excited to be using these. Holy craps. This is going to be so exciting. I can't wait. And it looks like I only have two more of these, two more products. So I might hurry up because it looks like my camera is actually already dying. I think I just was really impatient about charging it. So okay, I'm gonna save the actual thing that I went to Sephora for because that one was expensive. Like out of this entire haul, that was the most expensive, and that was the reason why I bought it, because it was during the sale. So the next thing I bought was the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Sizzle palette. This was their number 4 of their eyeshadow palettes of the Rainforest of the Sea collection, and I'm gonna be completely honest. This collection didn't really impress me, if I'm being completely honest. I mainly bought this because the shades in this palette were really pretty, and I wanted to give it a chance, and then also because, can you guys see this palette? Look how beautiful this palette is. Holy cracker jacks. That's pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. But it's a very warm tone palette. I don't know why I bought this, considering the fact that I have palettes that look like this in almost every, like literally a bunch of palettes. But I did buy this palette mainly because I was contemplating buying their Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust palette, and literally the colors in this palette almost look like a lot of the colors that are in that palette. So I don't regret not buying that palette now because this is really pretty. The only thing I will say, the reason why that I wasn't very, very well impressed with this collection's palette is just because I have 1 and 3. I don't have 2 mainly because I tried to stay away from that one because of having all those dark shades. But I have 1 and 3, and 1 threw me off because a lot of the shimmers in that palette I thought were going to be shimmery or like slightly metallic-y, and they ended up being more of a satin finish. So that threw me way, 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 way off. However, number 3, volume 3, actually the shimmery shades do have more of a metallic finish, which I love because if you guys can't tell, I love metallic-y stuff, or like just like the shiny, glistening stuff. So I'm really hoping that this palette won't disappoint me because the colors just look absolutely stunning. Let's actually swatch a couple. I just swatched a couple of these shades, and if you guys can see them right there, one of them looks kind of bad because I accidentally swatched it with the Mint Mojito one. It's right there and then right there. And this one looks really metallic-y on my hand. You guys can't see. I feel like you guys can't get a good look at it, but on my hand it looks really metallic-y. And then right here, this one looks really shimmery. So I'm actually having a lot of hope for this palette. Hopefully. And I actually do kind of like the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea collection. It's just some of the stuff are good, some of the stuff are okay. It's just here and there. I mainly just love it just because this is the Rainforest of the Sea collection is part of their See the Change program. If you guys didn't know that, it's part of their See the Change program, and I believe that's a program that they use to help fund sea turtle conservation, which I love, and so that's why I continue to support this, even though some other products are like a little iffy for me. I also only ever bought, so this collection is also Sephora exclusive, so I only ever can get this at Sephora. That's why most of the time if I buy Tarte products, it's this Rainforest of the Sea collection when I buy from Tarte. Okay, so the very last thing, and probably the highlight product of this entire haul, was this Tatcha Silk Canvas. So I mainly bought this because I was watching a bunch of beauty influencers talking about this and talking about how this was such a good primer. Well, a lot of beauty influencers I watched said that this was a really good primer, and so I actually wanted to go to the store to test it out because of the fact that I didn't think that I could spend $54 on a primer. That's how much this guy is. And so with my 15%, I was like, okay, this seems a little more doable. And honestly, I kind of wanted it because after watching all of the beauty influencers videos, I watched multiple, so I'm not going to name names just because I watched multiples. just because I watched their videos, I was like, oh my gosh, their makeup does look smooth, their makeup does look flawless. So I wanted to test it out for myself. But what I did first was actually go into a Sephora store and actually swatched it on the back of my hand to see if there was an actual difference. And there definitely was. It definitely made the lines on my hand a lot smoother and more invisible looking. So I definitely do have a little hope for this. I mainly also bought this because I have a lot of pore like filling primers, and it's mainly because I don't think you guys can see it. Let me see if I can zoom you guys in just a little bit. Oh, okay, that's really, really in. Okay, so I don't think you guys can see, but I have these pits right here on my face. You guys can kind of see them. I feel like it comes off on camera like as more of moles, but I have these pits on my face, and what they are kind of like acne scars, but like permanent acne scars. What they were is that when I would get rid of acne, would scab over and all that, it wouldn't completely close, and so it ended up leaving these pits on my face. And I'm already expecting that this is not going to fill those and smooth them out. I'm not expecting that to do that whatsoever. However, because I have those, it kind of F's with my makeup and my foundation and all that. So because of that, I kind of want to see if this will help to smooth that over a little bit. Because what will happen is that sometimes foundation will actually sink in, as well as, so primer and foundation and concealer will sometimes sink in, sometimes powder as well, and it'll end up like taking into the actual pit. And so I want to see if in putting this on will it actually help that a little bit, just a little bit. I don't expect it to do all, but I want to see if that's gonna fix it a little bit. So I don't have high hopes, but I have hopes that this product will actually make my skin look a little more flawless. Because I actually also, along with having the pits, I also do have a lot of breakouts and texture problems. So I want to see if that's going to help to make my skin look a little more flawless. I feel like this is going to be something that I'm going to be using more as like on a very little basis, just because it is $54. So I don't know if I can spend that kind of money on a regular, but I will use this when I absolutely feel like I need it. Alright, so I'm just going to make this quick because my battery had died, and I just want to finish this video up just because I really only have like my last few things to say about this product left, and then a quick little send off. But like I said, I think that this guy is probably not going to be one of my like regular primers, just because I already have primers that I use that aren't as bank breaking as this guy is. But honestly, I don't think I can spend $54 on a regular for this guy, even if it's that good. So this guy's probably going to be one of my more like special occasions, slash if I feel like I need a better skin day kind of type of situation. Because from what I saw as well in this guy is that you do get quite a bit of product, as well as the fact that you really don't need that much product. It's pretty good, pretty sturdy. I have opened it, by the way. It looks pretty good, pretty sturdy, as well as the fact that you really don't need too much product in order to cover your problem areas. And honestly, I usually, with pore fillers, I just use it to cover my entire face, just because it spreads really nicely, because sometimes pore fillers have that silicone feel, and you can spread for the rest of your face. So I feel like that's something I'm going to end up doing with this, just because you're not going to use that much product in the first place. But yeah, I'll probably see what I can do in future videos for this guy, but or if I will even use it for future videos, just 'cause it's, like I said, so dang pricey. I don't know if I could afford to just use it on, like, just willy-nilly, like, I want to do it in videos for you guys so that you guys can see it actually working. However, like, because of the fact that I do buy this myself, it's going to be kind of break the bank worthy. So we'll see how it works. If I feel like I absolutely need it on a really bad skin day, then I'll definitely be using this, but unfortunately, like, you guys probably won't see it very often on my channel. Let's do some housekeeping stuff, just so that we can, just because this is my second video, I don't even have tutorial videos yet. I know I have another haul video set up for you guys. I guess let me know in the comments below what kind of videos you guys do want to see from me, because I actually have no idea where to even begin, where to start. I know that because Halloween season is coming upon us, I can do more like bright out there looks, because for me personally, Halloween's not one of my favorite seasons. I will tell you guys that. However, what I love so much about Halloween is the fact that you can wear these outlandish looks without anybody looking at you weirdly because they just think you're in a Halloween season or a Halloween mood. And so I feel like throughout the entire month of October, I can actually pull off wearing weird looks, right? Wearing like looks that I would not normally go for because people are just assuming that I'm trying to get ready for Halloween. So let me know in the comments below what kind of looks you guys want to go for. My typical looks usually range from natural eyes to like more smoky looks or even mauve looks. So I go from like natural to like smoky to also mauve or even like everyday looks. Honestly, I go to class every single day, so I don't have a lot of time usually because I have like morning classes and I don't have a lot of time to go full glam or even just like do a really elaborate eye look. So I usually go pretty natural in the first place. So again, let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see because I can do a more like I can show you guys what I would do for like a Halloween look or like how I prepare for Halloween, or I can give you guys more of like one of my everyday kind of looks. I'm gonna be completely honest. When I say everyday kind of look, it's not my everyday kind of look. Every single day I change my eye look. I never stick with one look. If that sounds really really weird, I'm sorry, but I actually love to experiment with eye looks and colors, especially colors that I know work for me. So I love experimenting, and so my eye looks are always different every single day, even if it's just like a little hair, little hint, or little thing that I change. It usually changes. So let me know, like I said, what you guys want to see. And then I'll see what I can do, how I can finagle it. I already have kind of like a Halloweenish look in my head already, so I'm going to try and see if I can recreate that for you guys. But yeah, like we'll get to it when we get to it eventually. I want to do that Ulta haul really really badly first, and then I think that might be it as far as like hauls go, and then I'm going to do that. I'll probably do that like that look that I have in my head. And yeah, I think that is it. That is all for that Sephora haul. I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys like my video, or even if you guys like want to see more, see what else I have coming for you guys. And like this video so I know that you guys do like these hauls, or if they seem a little too much or too excessive. I know I kind of have a shopping addiction, but I don't know, maybe you guys like seeing me spend money. I don't know. And click that bell notification. I don't know where it is. I don't know. But anyways, bye guys. Thank you guys for watching.